Hi, I'm your host, Larissa Werstiak. Through this podcast, I aim to empower and inspire jewelry entrepreneurs and innovators so they can thrive by doing what they love. I'm passionate about digital marketing for jewelry brands, and I'm excited to share my passion with you. This is episode 102, and today I'm going to share some tips and best practices for writing effective email marketing campaign subject lines, which are going to be especially important this month in November as you do all your holiday promotions, probably mostly through email marketing campaigns. But before I get to all that, I want to share some marketing related news and insights from the past week that caught my attention. So Shopify actually recently announced that it's adding TikTok to a portfolio of partners, which already includes other social networking platforms like the obvious ones, Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. With this new partnership comes a whole new layer of social commerce, one that will allow TikTok users to shop on Shopify-based e-commerce stores as they scroll through videos for fun and entertainment. Satish Kanwar, who leads Shopify's channels division, said, quote, "It was obvious early on how TikTok was starting to influence commerce trends and trajectories. With direct-to-consumer brands, that relationship between storytelling and entertainment and the product they sell is so close," end quote. I'm excited to keep tracking the evolution of social commerce. Are you worried about fulfilling holiday orders so they reach customers in time for holiday delivery dates like Christmas Eve and Christmas Day? You'll want to follow some of the tips mentioned in a new article from Multi-Channel Merchant. Not only will you want to promote early holiday shopping, which definitely gives you incentives to start promotions as early in November as possible, but you'll also want to give customers end-to-end order tracking. So if you haven't taken a look recently at the order tracking tool that you use, now might be a great time to upgrade to a more robust option that allows customers to follow the progress of their order throughout the entire process. According to new data published in the Harvard Business Review, quote, "E-commerce companies that conduct ad experiments see 2 to 3% better performance per experiment run as measured by purchases achieved per advertising dollar spent," end quote. I totally understand that most jewelry brands utilizing advertising, especially if they're on a tight budget, really want to get the best bang for their buck. But sometimes it's good to take a break from the really stringent focus on ROI and open yourself up to a little bit of experimentation, because that's how you can really find ways to authentically connect with your customers and maybe creatively discover a new approach to advertising that no one's ever tried before. And since you're your own individual brand, maybe this approach will work for you. I'm 100% for experimentation, especially when it comes to Facebook advertising. If you want to get the links to the articles I share in this segment of the podcast, you can sign up for my email newsletter by visiting joyjoya.com/sign up, and you'll get a digest with the links every time a new episode drops. Okay, let's get to email marketing subject lines. According to data from Campaign Monitor, more than 116 million emails get sent on Black Friday alone. Mind blown. Can you remember Black Friday 2019 and how many emails you received from brands that you know? I'm sure that you probably deleted a lot of them because it was very overwhelming. Today's consumers, just like you, are bombarded by emails not only on Black Friday, but every day. Even if you're not planning to participate in traditional Black Friday and Cyber Monday promotions this year, you're still going to need to differentiate yourself through email. Did you know that nearly 50% of subscribers decide to open a message just based on the subject line? The first step to getting a subscriber to even read your email is to get that subscriber to open your email. Otherwise, nothing else really matters. Forget your amazing coupon code and say goodbye to the time you spent crafting your amazing copywriting and calls to action. Arguably, your subject line matters more than any other aspect of your email campaign. Subject lines are notoriously difficult to craft. Not only do they need to be short and concise, but they also need to be compelling and relevant. They need to amplify your brand voice and create a sense of urgency and need. They need to make the customer feel like a true VIP, even if he or she knows that the email is being sent to thousands of other people, which it likely is. If you feel stuck about effective subject lines to use in your holiday email marketing campaigns or any other email marketing campaigns throughout the year, then you'll definitely want to try these effective subject line types and then pay attention to your open rates. Adjust your strategy accordingly based on the subject lines that end up attracting the most interest. So the first kind of subject line that you can use is a clever and playful one. The clever and playful subject line isn't necessarily appropriate for every jewelry brand, since not every jewelry brand has a playful personality. However, some brands can really benefit from this approach, which borrows heavily from creative writing tactics and poetic devices like puns, rhyming, alliteration, and cliched phrases that are made new again. For example, one quick glance in my email inbox revealed some of the following clever and playful subject lines from jewelry brands. The Missing Link from Lauren Stewart, which was a product-focused email highlighting the brand's long link chain. Text is Next from Switch, a product-focused email highlighting a trendy curated collection of jewelry featuring words. For Your Sweet Tooth from Irene Neuwirth, a product-focused email highlighting the brand's gumball beaded candy necklaces. And finally, Mantra Magic from Jackie Aish, a product-focused email introducing new mantra cards. I can tell, even as I'm reading these, that they don't really have the same effect as I'm speaking them, because they definitely seemed more interesting when I was looking at them in my inbox. So hopefully you can visit my website and get the text-based version of it if you want to compare and review. But anyway, let's get to the next category of subject line types for jewelry brands. So the direct discount, really direct and to the point. Sometimes you just don't want to beat around the bush and you want your customers to take immediate advantage of a special discount or promotion, especially if you're only running it for a limited time or you're a luxury brand and you only offer discounts like once a year or once in a blue moon. The direct discount approach to subject lines makes the discount the main focus of the email subject line. It's eye-catching and to the point. So here are some examples that I found in my email inbox. Spend $75, get $25, and a little star emoji from Luca and Danny. How does free shipping sound? That one's from JTV. And this sale is gold, 15% off from Wellry. Another approach to jewelry subject lines is to get personal. According to data from Yes Lifecycle Marketing, personalizing email subject lines can increase open rates by 50% and actually lead to 58% higher click-to-open rates. You don't even necessarily have to use the recipient's name to make it a personalized subject line or to make that subject line feel personal. Instead, you just need to turn your attention to the subscriber instead of to yourself. So many email subject lines are focused on us, me, pay attention to us. Instead, imagine what you can achieve if you pay attention to your subscriber and turn the attention outward. Here are some examples of more personal, user-focused subject lines. These are your favorites. That's from Luca and Danny. Autumn treat for you, new styles added from Sif Jacobs Jewelry. At Your Service from Irene Neuwirth, and As Told by You by Luca and Danny. Another approach you can use is to really step into your voice as a brand and share it, communicate it clearly. One of the really best ways to get noticed and stand out from a crowd of email subject lines is to use a voice that's truly authentic to your brand, including any special language that's unique to you. Pushing boundaries with brand voice doesn't necessarily work for every brand, but it can give a quirky brand with a really distinct personality an advantage in the email marketing game. So here are some examples, and these are really going to translate poorly to the podcast format, but we love Huggies, but also Biggies. That was from a subject line from a last line email that was playing on the fact that they have a product line called Biggies, which is just a different version of Huggies. It's a pretty unique name and it's proprietary to them, so it's fun how they mixed it into that subject line. And then basically any subject line from the brand Allison Lou, because they are always including so many emojis to the point that it's a little bit obnoxious, but it makes total sense for this brand that's really known for their emoji jewelry. So how perfect is it to include emojis in a subject line for a brand that really embodies that whole feeling of emoji and visual expression? What are some subject lines that have worked for your brand in the past? Which ones do your customers seem to love the most? I'd really love to hear about your experience with subject lines, or even ones that you've gotten in your own email inbox that really wowed you and made you want to open an email, maybe even save it to keep reminding yourself how good it was. You can always email me, Larissa, that's LARYSSA @joyjoya.com with your questions, comments, and feedback. As a reminder, my new book, Jewelry Marketing Joy, is now published and ready to ship. If you'd like to learn more about the book, and how you can order your own copy, of course, you can visit joyjoya.com/book for more info.